Welcome everyone. So today we will study about display systems using microcontroller. So there are a total of three display systems which we can use in a microcontroller, which is LED display, 7-segment LED display, and dot matrix LED display. So using LED display is a simple way. So we will only learn about 7-segment LED display and dot matrix LED display. So a 7-segment LED display consists of as you can see, this is the architect of 7-segment LED display and how we can connect it to the microcontroller. This one here is the microcontroller. Okay. And the 7-segment, why it is called 7-segment LED 7-segment LED display, because it has 7 LEDs: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, it is known as 7-segment LED display. And how it is connected to the our microcontroller, using port 1, it is connected to the microcontroller with the help of few registers, and it is provided with a voltage source of 5 volt and enable access with 5 volt and a reset pin of 5 volt. So, and also a clock pulse and a ground pin. Okay. So the main point in 7-segment LED display is that it is only used to display numeric values. We cannot display alphabetical values in 7-segment LED display. It is only used to display numeric values. Okay, so we will look deep into it, how it is used to display. So this is how a 7-segment LED display looks like. So if we want to display 0, then we will enable A, B, C, D, E, F. In simple words, 1 means enable and 0 means disable. So if you want to enable, display 0, then we will enable A, B, C, D, E, F, which will make it like this. It will display 0. And when we want to enable 1, then we will only enable B and C, and rest all are disable. As you can see, 0, 0, 0, 0. So when we enable B and C, then it will show it like this 1. Okay, so this is how it works. And how we are functioning, how we are giving 0 and 1, how we are providing the microcontroller with 0 and 1 is, it comes in the software part of this microcontroller, not in the hardware process. Okay, so we will learn about the software process in some other video. So I've written something about the LED display, 7-segment LED display. The circuit diagram shown is of AT89S51, which is a microcontroller based on 0 to 9 counter, which has 7-segment LED display. As I've showed you, it was having 7-segment LED display. Okay, so LED display interface to in order to display the count. Count simply means 0 to 9, whichever count we have to display. This simple circuit illustrates two things: how to set up simple 0 to 9 up counter using 8051, and more importantly, how to interface a 7-segment LED display to 8051 in order to display a particular result. So these are some particular notes that you can note down in order to write something, 7-segment LED display with 8051. So further, I've written that the common cathode's 7-segment display D1 is connected to the port 1, as I've told you that it was connected to port 1, the 7-segment LED display of the microcontroller. This is shown in the circuit diagram. R3 to R10 are the current limiting resistors, and they are well connected with the help of resistors, which was from R3 to R10. Okay, so you can take some notes from here. Now let's see about dot matrix LED display. So dot matrix LED display. An LED dot matrix display consists of a matrix of LEDs arranged in a rectangular configuration, as I have shown you in this diagram. Its physical appearance is like this, as I have mentioned here. The dot matrix LED displays arranged in the rectangular configuration. This is the rectangular configuration, and these are displays. Okay, like in 7-segment display, there were line LEDs. With line LEDs, I mean they were like this. As you can see, here were line LEDs, this. But in dot matrix LED display, there are circular LEDs, as you can see it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is arranged in the form of rectangle. And which LED display we want to enable, as using, we can see it here. which row or which column we have to enable the LED is decided from here. As you can read further, the desired character of or graphics can be displayed by switching on and off a desired configuration of LEDs. Okay, common display configuration enables are 7, 5. We will discuss about 7 into 5 dot matrix LED display further. Okay, and there are also 8 into 8 and 7 into 15 LED displays. LED dot matrix can be used in simple display applications where the resolution is not big concern. Some examples of LED dot matrix display, as you may have seen in the railway stations or bus stations, or in some bus there is a LED present in the back of the bus which shows the letters. And also one of the major advantages of dot matrix over 7 segment is that it can also display characters, and 7 segment can only display numeric values like we can see in digital watches. Okay, so let's see what is this is the diagram of how to connect the dot matrix. As I have told you, we will talk about 7 into 5 and how we can say that it is 7 into 5 dot matrix display, because there are 7 rows and 5 columns, and 7 rows are connected with port 1 and columns are connected with port 3, and rest there are all same as 7 segment. Like this is the voltage provider, this is enable access, this is the reset pin, this is the ground pin, and this is the counter. The only difference is that it has 7 rows and 5 columns, as we have shown here. So 7 rows and 5 columns. So how we should know that which row should sorry, which LED to enable? Only one LED in a row will be enabled, and the major sorry, the big problem here is only one LED can be enabled at one time from one row. That means, like this is one row, you can only enable one LED at a particular time from this row. The rest, only one LED can be enabled. Okay, and in a column can be on at a time, and you can enable uh, as many LEDs as you want in the columns, but only one in the rows. That means the microcontroller port pin can directly drive a row, but it requires additional circuit for driving the column lines. Okay, for driving the column lines, it requires port 3, and for driving the port lines, row lines, it requires port 1. Let's let's study it in some deep. So this was what the LED segments of 8051 microcontroller. We have learned about 7 segment LED display, and this was 7 into 5 dot matrix LED display. So this much for today's video. We will meet in the next one.